The rainy skies have pushed away for the time being, and we are ready for baseball. Welcome back to Dolphin Stadium in South Florida. Alongside Al Leiter and Harold Reynolds, Matt Vasgersian. It's elimination-style World Baseball Classic competition tonight. The winner of this one moves on in the tournament. And right to Puerto Rico's lineup as offered by Jose Akendo. Mike Aviles will lead off at shortstop. Pudge Rodriguez DHing in the 2-hole. Beltran, Delgado, and Rios 3 through 5. Soto, Gonzalez, Boca Chica, and Lopez round things out.
Ted DeLilly coming off his only appearance during the WBC. Threw 3 innings in the last game of the pool up in Toronto. And really
meeting in 4 nights between two of the pre-tournament favorites. And it was a mercy rule win for Puerto Rico here on Saturday, an 11-1 thumping that sent both teams here, as there's one gone for Ted Lilly to start the night.
Say that his batting average against was up. He probably wasn't getting enough hard in to open up that outside part of the plate.
Pudge runs and they've got him picked off on an 0-2 pitch with Carlos Delgado at the plate. Pudge tries to run and pays the price. Nothing despite the top. Euclid is right and done in the middle of the order. Mark DeRosa's in left, batting 7th. Ryan McCann and Shane Victorino rounded out for the U.S. tonight. For Puerto Rico on Wednesday went 4 innings in his only WBC start. 9-12 last year with the Giants in his first full season in the big leagues. And
front end guy, whether it's a 1-2 or 1-2-3, somewhere in there, he's got that stuff.
2 balls and no strikes to Derek Jeter. Jeter lines to left. Boca Chica was frozen, but he recovers, and there are 2 gone. And the World Baseball Classic belonged to Jimmy Rollins, and a base hit can put the Americans on the board early. Euclid serves one into right. Rios is there for it, and that base runner dies in the first. We played an inning in Miami on an elimination night.
They won into the right field seats.
These two no strangers to one another outside of Pudge Rodriguez. No other Puerto Rican hitter has faced Lilly more often, and a great diving play by Mark DeRosa in left. He's listed as an infielder.
Pitcher, and before the inning, he was on the backside of the mound with his leg being higher than the back leg.
Woo! Oh, Rios with a high drive to deep left field. This one is well gone. Sitting dead red on 3-2, and Alex Rios has touched them all.
Well, you were talking about back leg of the ball, Matt. Lilly missed, and here's the 3-2, and that is a serious back leg. See you later, out of here. I'm telling you, he's on the verge of superstardom. You fantasy people out there, draft him now. He's going to have a big
to hit is the only subjective phrase that's out there currently. Here's the 3-2 home, and it's rolled out to shortstop. A chance for Jeter, and that'll do it. Boy, I tell you what, in these international games, you got people blowing whistles. I'm looking for timeouts all over the floor. The next 2-2 is shot back up the box, a base hit. And David Wright has the first knock for Team USA. It comes to lead off the home second.
In the dugout, and you talk about, and you try to pick up tendencies.
And DeRosa shoots a knock into right field. Rios is up throwing, and they're going to hold right at third, wisely so. Pitching rules in the World Baseball Classic have been a little cloudy as McCann lifts a drive out to left center field. Boca Chica's there scampering under it. They're going to tag up with Wright. The throw home is not in time. DeRosa to second. Some very aggressive play nets a run for Team USA.
Going down the line towards third base, and he's able to make the adjustment to slide on the inside. Watch this slide. He goes inside and was able to avoid the tag. That is a terrific slide. Had he been foot first, might have gave the catcher a chance to get him. Soto with a great effort to dive back. Boca Chica's got a strong.
Said unbaited the other day, I'm coming back next time they do this for sure. Victorino lines it into center. This dumps in front of Beltran. Here comes DeRosa. This throws up the line. 2-0 U.S. Or he has played for no fewer than 7 major league organizations. And a couple of hops for Jeter. Nicely fielded one away.
Well, he did a great job of keeping his feet moving right there.
Ponson, who pitched so well for the Dutch in the World Baseball Classic. Swing and a miss. Lopez runs. A throw down. Strike him out. Throw him out. The double play.
Here he's coming back inside again.
Here's the 2-2. And Rollins hits a one-hopper to Lopez, flips it to Aviles. And the double play executed against Team USA on this occasion. There are 2 gone. 7 p.m. right here on MLB Network. Youkilis with a high drive to deep left. Boca Chica gives it a token look. That one is lost into the night. Wow. 3-1 U.S.
Well, he pounded him in on a pitch that knocked him off the plate. Well, the swing speaks for itself. He got all that one.
It almost, Harold, looked like a backdoor cutter. You saw where Soto was setting up. A 2-0, got what he was looking for.
That is a Fenway Park swing, though. You can tell he's used to that monster.
Back 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dunn. A run in on the Youkilis tape measure home run, and that one gets him on the hip. Tonight, as they have forced Sanchez from the mix in favor of right-hander Nelson Figueroa, yet to allow a run in World Baseball Classic competition this year. These teams to have big league clubs concerned. There's the 2-2 home, and it's a full count now as that one gets away from Soto in earnest.
Should have used his bare hand.
And that'll likely be charged as a wild pitch to Nelson Figueroa.
Each other. Catcher, he may have only seen Figueroa a few times.
Got him to chase a fastball off the plate and struck out DeRosa to retire the side. The U.S. adds 1 on the Youkilis home run, and at the end of 3. Next offering home to Pudge, and that misses for ball 4. Third walk by Ted Lilly tonight. 8 since the tournament moved here to Florida. What's that I was saying about cooling off?
He's done.
All back to even. 2-run shot for the ex-Marlin who enjoyed his brief stay here in South Florida. And he has now officially enjoyed his return with Team Puerto Rico.
Wow, Matt. It's a bomb to dead center. He got a fastball and he finished it nicely. Clemente family is awfully proud.
It's a home run. You miss away, maybe double, base hit left field.
The end of Ted Lilly's night comes 3 1/3 into it. Enter Joel Hanrahan. We'll be right back.
Not a lot of people know about this young man. He's got great stuff. Mid-90 fastball, nasty slider like that right there.
Takes care of Alex Rios on 3 pitches, and there are 2 away.
Picked up a cutter. Tell the guys that have it.
Speaking of which, out to deep right center. Is it deep enough? Beltran goes up. Does he make the catch? Yes, he does! Wow. Carlos Beltran.
Seen this many a time with the Mets. Great timing. And that is beautiful. Yes, that ball would have scraped out of here. Looked and knew exactly where he was at. Timed it. He even had time to look over and see where the other outfielder was. I mean, that's a beautiful play.
Phone with him when he was added to the roster. Left his cell phone behind.
I can't get over.
Yeah. This story is going to be left hollow. This is welcome to my world. For this kind of blatant ignoring and total disrespect, tune into MLB Tonight, weeknights here on MLB Network.
For the U.S. team, if they can get through, I think the offense is really going to start to come on.
Swing and a miss. Just challenged him with a 3-2 fastball, and Jeter strikes out.
Diving back is a perfect lead if you can get back on it.
Youkilis sends a drive out to center. This is playable for Beltran, and 2 gone.
You watch a guy on the side. He's got, as you said, Matt, explosive stuff.
And he loses Pudge Rodriguez for ball 4.
Smooth.
Well, he plays so easy and effortless. That's a great call on the bunt right there, testing his teammate out.
And David Wright answers the call, but that run moves up 90 feet. Rodriguez to second.
I could be wrong, but that's what I see.
Angel Scott Shields getting up in the bullpen, perhaps a bit too late, as Rios cashes in with an RBI knock up the middle. scoring Rodriguez and pushing Puerto Rico on top by a run.
It's the hand to make them have to walk Delgado and let these guys pick them up. It's a break a ball over the heart of the plate, and he felt. I really think Alex is not challenging guys.
Well, here's a guy. We were talking about Thornton the first night. Tonight he was
strike down and in. See what he can do.
McCann sets up off the corner. Down and in. Hit on the ground to first base. Youkilis picks it up and gets it to Shields covering. And 2 runners are left stranded. Team Puerto Rico does take the lead, however. Spanish than I thought.
Yeah, you got me there.
Feliciano last year in 86 games, a 4.05 ERA, speaking of resiliency. And there's a knock back up the middle for Shane Victorino. 2 of his 3 plate appearances tonight. That's out to right field for Rios. Victorino stays put at second, and there are 2 gone. And now Victorino's trying to break for third. The ball came back and hit somebody in the shin, and Victorino took off.
He hit the base runner. That's why he knew the ball was wild.
Victorino kicked it. See what happened here.
He let it hit him. No doubt about that.
Back tonight. And Youkilis rolls over a ground ball. So the Victorino play didn't matter. And Puerto Rico hangs on to their 1-run lead. To the 8th.
And what's the theme tonight? Another Met.
Pudge Rodriguez grounds it to second base, and a fine play at second by Brian Roberts.
That's probably a pitch you want to build up to. There it is.
There it is. First one I've seen.
So from 93, 94 to 85 mile an hour split.
Granderson's going because you got to think Romero's going to face McCann.
And there goes Granderson on the ground to third. It keeps Team USA out of the double play. The tying run moves into scoring position with 2 gone, and it's going to come down to McCann. Ball Classic, and he's good to pitch here in the WBC. And he strikes out Brian McCann. The tying run is left stranded. On to the 9th in Miami. Here's the 3-2 home to Rios, and he loses him on a breaking ball. Leadoff hitters aboard for Puerto Rico. There goes Rios again. Pitch taken low. Throw sails, and Rios has it stolen. 1-2 to Vasquez is bounced up the middle. Jeter knocks it down. Scoring is Rios, and it's a 5-3 game. It was just enough to get past Jeter up the middle. He's done his part, a home run in the 3rd. The 3-2 from Broxton. Out to right field and playable for Victorino. Victorino makes the catch, and Victorino will lead off the last of the 9th with Team USA down 5-3. Brian Roberts after a 3-for-3 performance Sunday against the Dutch hitless tonight, and Victorino's on base. Shane Victorino, 3-for-4. Into center field. The tying run is on base with nobody out in the 9th.
Enough disruption, a good base runner.
There goes Roberts. Throw down by Molina is not in time, and the tying run's in scoring position with 1 gone in the 9th.
8 pitch at bat coming up. Great at bat.
Ball 4. And it sounds a little bit like Fenway Park here in South Florida. The 3-1 to Youkilis. Ball 4, he walked in a run. 5-4 Puerto Rico.
In a couple fastballs, he sees the release point, timing him.
The 2-1. And Wright lines it into the right field corner. The U.S. wins it! David Wright with a walk-off knock. And Team USA moves on to the semis. Santa Maria.
And they're, oh boy, the excitement, emotion, there it is right there. What an inning, what at bats there. Right down to every bat. That last bat, David Wright going the other way, starting off with Shane Victorino.
This is the game winner. David Wright goes down and gets a pitch and lines it into the right field corner. No question this was going to score both runs as Roberts and Rollins come around to score and win it for the U.S.
Big hit, comes down to strikes, excitement. Jimmy Rollins scoring. They know they're going on to the next pool. Semifinal, final round.